Hello, welcome to day 5 of the series Awakening to Purpose. Today we are going to talk about values, the compass of purpose. The last time we talked about gifts and we tried to make the connection between gifts and purpose, how gifts is a pointer to purpose, and we try to make the point that each individuals have gifts that is unique to them, and that gift is a pointer to the unique difference, to the unique contribution they can make to society. All right, today we are going to talk about values, the compass of purpose. The theme of today's section is understanding the core values that drives you. Your purpose will always align with your values, right? Values will always be evident in the actions we take, in the decisions we take. What are values, right? So let us begin with understanding what values is in terms of definition. What are values, right? What are values? Values are the invisible compass that silently drives our actions and decisions. They are the invisible compass. Invisible compass that drives our actions, our decisions, that determines our behaviors. They are the things that determines the things that you say yes to and the things that you say no to. Values are the core beliefs and principles. They are the core beliefs and principles that resonate deeply with us, right? They are the beliefs and the principles that resonate deeply with you. It doesn't matter whether they resonate with other people, but they are the core beliefs and principles that matters to you, right? They are the things that you stand for and the things that deeply matters to you. It's important because on the journey of purpose and on the journey of life, you are going to be faced with decisions, right? Multiple decisions that will affect your life to a large extent. And it's important that you have clear values, you have value system that are clear, that will be a compass, right? That will be a guide in the decisions you take, in the directions you move. So these values are like, they are the guiding lights, right? They guide you and determines the things that you do. They are the inner compass that guide decisions and determines what feel meaningful and the things that feel off track. They are the things that determines what is meaningful and the things that feel off track. So values are a framework, right, that helps you to determine the things that are meaningful, because a lot of things cannot be meaningful to you. It doesn't matter whether they are meaningful to other people. What matters is, are they meaningful to you? Something can be meaningful to your colleagues. They can be meaningful to your friends. But values are the things that will tell, the things that will determine whether they are meaningful to you or they are off track. Because if you are going to be a leader, and if you're going to be a person who is going to be driven by purpose, you need to have a value system, right? You need to have a framework that determines the actions you take, and you want that framework to be, to always direct you to the things that are meaningful, so that you save your energy, you save your finance. So values determines what we do. Values determines, the career choices we make. It determines the kind of company we keep. And if you live your life in alignment with values, you will feel more fulfilled, more alive, you will enjoy more satisfaction. But when you are living in misalignments, out of alignment with your values, you will start feeling disengaged. You will start feeling you are being suffocated. For example, if you value freedom, you feel suffocated in an environment that is rigid, right? If you value freedom and you are in an environment that is rigid, you feel you are suffocated. If you value creativity and you are in an environment that does not permit you to be innovative, to express your ideas, to come up with new ideas, you feel like you are being caged. You don't feel like you are yourself, right? You don't feel that you are being true to yourself. The reason is because your values does not align with that environment. It does not align with that business. It doesn't align with that job. If you value impact, you will feel more alive. You will feel more like yourself if you are doing something that is making a difference in people's life. So it's important that we, first of all, identify your values, enlist them, and try to align them with your life, in terms of your professional life, in terms of your personal life, your relationship life. So let us look at the importance of values. Why values matters. Why are they important? Why is it important that we have values? Number one is that values drive values. Number one, values gives direction, right? Values give direction. Because as a person who is purpose driven and as a leader, you want your life to be directed. You want to live an intentional life. And what values does is that it creates a framework that helps to put you on track. Because we live in a society where, people tend to follow the trending things. People tend to follow the crowd, right? So if you have a lot of your friends who are traveling, who are leaving the country, you are tempted to join them. Now, it doesn't mean that that is not right for them, but if you have a value system, you consult your values, right? You look at your purpose, you look at your values, your mission, your vision, and you try to determine whether leaving the country is in alignment with your purpose, whether it is in alignment with your values. What are you going to do there? So values gives you direction. They help you to make decisions that are in alignment with your authentic self, right? Helps you to make decisions that are in alignment with your authentic self. This is important because one of the things that determines a satisfactory life, one of the things that helps you to be rooted in peace with yourself is how authentic is your decisions. Your decisions, are they in alignment with your authentic self? So values helps you to make decisions that align with your authentic self, right? It helps you to avoid being pressured to make certain decisions, because one of the things that happens is that we have societal expectations, we have pressures, we have opinions, we have things that is expected of us from society, from friends. And when there is a conflict, right, between what is authentic to you and what is expected of you from society, and when you choose that based on expectations, based on pressure, you are no longer rooted in peace, because it is not in alignment with your authentic self. But when you have a value system and you make decisions based on that, because now your values are a reflection of your soul, right? So values are a reflection of your essence. Your core values are a reflection of your authentic self. They tell what is true to you. They are a reflection, they are a mirror image of your truth. And when you live in alignment with that truth, you experience more peace and satisfaction. But when you don't, you experience, disengagements, right? You have these inner conflicts. Secondly, values brings clarity. Values brings clarity. It helps you to determine what you say no to and what you say yes to. When you feel conflicted or confused, revisiting your values can bring clarity. Now, it's not enough to have values. It's also important to write them down so that you can revisit them, so that they can become clearer to you, so that they can eventually bring clarity, so that when you are faced with multiple decisions, if you are feeling overwhelmed or confused, revisiting your values can bring clarity. Do you get that? So that when you are faced in a situation where, to make a decision in terms of your relationship, revisiting your values brings clarity. 3, values create boundaries. Values create boundaries. Because if you are going to live a purpose-driven life and become a leader, you need to have boundaries, right? You need to have a set of things that are non-negotiables. You need to have the things that are non-negotiable to you. Because as adults, we have this level of freedom, and freedom comes with responsibilities and accountability, right? Because when you are small, when you are still with your parents, you have boundaries. There are things you don't do. There are times you don't come back. You go out, and by 6 or 7 o'clock you are supposed to be back. But as adults, you have to create that boundaries for yourself. So values helps you to create boundaries, because you need boundaries, right? Gifts, why gifts are the things that we do, right? Are the talents that we have that we use to make a difference. Values are the things that determines how we use the gift and why also. So you need values to help you to create boundaries, to help you to say yes to the things that matter and no to the things that doesn't matter, because a lot of things do not matter. Do you get that? If you are purpose driven, you need to have a value system that is healthy, because you are going to reach a point in your life where you need to begin to choose and be rooted in the things that matter. Choose relationships that matter. Values are fuel to your passion. Values, number 4. Values fuels passion. Right? When you are most energized when you are living in alignment with your values. You are most energized when you are living in alignment with your values. When you are using your gifts, when your gifts, right, resonates with the things that matters to you, values, you feel energized, right? You value impact, right? And you are gifted in you are a gifted speaker, right? You are good in public speaking. When you are using that your gift to make impact, right? Because you value impact, you value make a difference, you are energized. So values, they also fuel passion. Now let us look at signs that you are living in out of alignment with your values. Let us look at the things that will tell that you are not living in alignment with values. Number 1 is constant inner conflicts. Constant inner conflicts, right? So this thing happens when you make a decision that is in alignment with, that is not in alignment with your values. It means that you are doing something that violates the principles or beliefs that you hold there, that they violate the things that matter to you. For example, right, you may value family time, you value family connection, family, but now you are doing a job where you don't have time for family, right? So there will be this inner conflict, there will be this guilt and regret, because now you are doing something that does not allow you to have time for family, for relationship. And family is one of your core values. Having family time is something that matters deeply to you. You may value simplicity, but you make decisions that is based on impressing others. So you are going to feel these inner conflicts, right? So this is a sign that, this is one of the signs that you are living in misalignment with your values. Secondly, you always have these regrets after decisions, right? If you are always regretting your decisions, is a symptom or a symbol that you are not living in alignment with your values. So we've said number 1 is inner conflict. 2 is guilt. and regrets after decisions, right? So these guilt and regrets are not just coming from, it's not just because of the things you do, right? It's not just because of the actions you take, right? The guilt and regret, they are emotional signals. They often arise when decisions you make violate a personal value that you hold dear to you. If you value honesty, anytime that you lie, you are going to feel this guilt or regrets because you have violated a personal value, something, a principle that you hold dear to yourself. Sometimes the guilt may not be obvious. It may come in form of restlessness, shame, or subtle sense of self-betrayal. Then another one is number 3, you feel feeling of emptiness despite external success. So this is number 3, you feel like something is missing even though you have achieved external success, even though you have the things, the material things that signals success, right? You have a good job, you have, you have a nice apartment, you have cars, you have reputation in your organization, but you feel this emptiness, you feel this, like something is missing. You don't feel this, you don't feel joy, fulfillment. You feel like something is missing. The reason is that external success without alignment with values, right? External success without this internal alignment is like decorating a car without a foundation. It's like decorating a house without a foundation. It may look impressive, but it will not bring lasting meaning or fulfillment. Right? So, you might be making impression, you might be impressing a lot of people, but at the end of the day, you have these inner conflicts, right? Because you are not aligned with your values, with the longings of your soul. That is why it's important that you don't define success in terms of material things, right? In terms of what people, will say or how you are going to appear to other people. Is in terms of how rich do you feel? Right? Are you living in alignment with your values? Are you being true to yourself? Because if you are, then you are successful. So that, your reward, your sense of, importance does not come from the reward. They do not come from the things you have. Rather, your sense of satisfaction and importance come from the fact that you are doing something that really resonates with you, something that really matters to you. Another one is burnout. Another symptom that you are not living in alignment with your values is burnout. From doing what looks good but doesn't feel right. Burnout is not just about stress, right? It's not just about doing something that is stressful. It's also because you are doing something that doesn't matter to you. You are doing something that does not resonate with you at the soul level, right? It doesn't resonate with you at the soul level. You are doing something that is not in alignment with what you value, so that you always feel this burnout. You always feel like you have been used, like some people will say. You always feel like you are in a rat race because you are doing something that does not resonate with you personally and does not matter to you deeply. So you always feel burnout. You always feel that you are just wasting away to earn money. And that is not a way you want to live your life, because this life is too short. So you don't want to live it that way. For the majority of your waking hours, you always feel that you are in a rat race. You don't want to do that. So if you're always feeling like that, it's a symptom that you are living out of alignment with your values, and you want to come out of that cycle. You don't come out of it by complaining. You come out by sitting down with yourself and you ask yourself some serious, deep questions to understand and to uncover what are the things that matters to you. And when you do that, then you begin to align your actions, you begin to make plans to begin to do that which really matters to you, until that becomes what you do, until that becomes your job, your full-time job. So there are some questions I'm going to give to you, for reflections, that will help you to uncover your values, to discover the things that matters to you, so that you can begin to live your life in alignment with that. Number one, what makes you angry, sad, or incredibly joyful? Right? So put the things that, what are the things that makes, because the things that makes you angry are a pointer to the things that matters to you, to the principles, beliefs that matters to you deeply. Secondly, whose life or mission inspire you? So who are the people in society that inspires you? That when you see them in action, right? When you see them singing or talking or walking, you see yourself in them, right? You see yourself doing that. That is a pointer, what? To the things that you value. So the kind of impact they are making, the thing they are talking about, are the things that resonate with you, and it shows you what your values are. So who are the people in society that inspires you? Who are your role models? These people often mirror they mirror the values that you hold dear to you. So it's important that you at times make a list of 5 persons in society, right, that inspires you, that you see yourself in. Anytime they are performing, anytime they are doing something, they are working, they are on stage, they are singing or doing, when they are doing what they do, you see yourself in them. They mirror the values that you hold there. So write them down. Number 4, what causes or issues do you naturally care about? This is very important. What are the issues? What are the causes that you care deeply about? For example, personally, me, I care about education, right? I care about impact. I care about relationship. I care about, what do I care about again? I care about national transformation. So the things that you care about shows the values that you hold. It shows the things that really matters to you. Number 4, what kind of environment do you feel most alive or most like yourself? This is very important. what kind of environment do you feel most alive? An environment that when you enter, if you are in that environment for 5 minutes, for 10 minutes, you feel most alive, most like yourself. That environment is a pointer, is a symbol to the things that you value. Do you get that? For example, anytime I enter into a library, wow, I feel, I feel this sense of I am in a place I ought to be. Like, I feel this more like myself, right? So what are the environments that when you enter there, you feel most like yourself? They are a pointer to the things that you value, to the values that you hold deeply dear. So it's important that you put these things down, write them down, and reflect on them. Think about them, brood on them. They are going to, help you to uncover your values and your core values. Remember, we said values are compass to what? To your purpose. That values helps you to create framework that guide you on the journey of purpose. They guide you in terms of making decisions, they give directions, they bring clarity, right? They help you to create boundaries, and these are the things that help you to live a peaceful life, a prosperous life, a life that is, that you make a lot of impact and you are satisfied with yourself. So we are going to stop here for this section. I want to believe you have questions. There are things I didn't touch, or there are things I've said that are not clear. I want you to ask your questions, make your comments. What do you think about this? And I will respond to that. Thank you for paying attention. We're going to see in the next section, part 6 or day 6, and it's going to be powerful. The power of vision. So next we are going to look at vision. Okay, thank you.